All right, here's the deal, guys. I just had an experience, and I had the conversation with one of my good friends and writer, Jabril Holloway. It's a true story about my Lyft driver. Now, I'm fully aware some of you are going to take offense to this, but what I recommend is that you tag somebody that you know that's fat, obese, big-boned, or something like that. Here's the deal. True story. So I'm in my Lyft I'm with my Lyft driver. And this is crazy. And I feel like this has been bothering me for a period of time now. Since this happened, matter of fact, this happened on Saturday. And I'm constantly still thinking about it. So I said I need to get on the soapbox so I can ask you guys, how do you feel about it? So my Lyft driver, I get into the car. This dude is huge. And I want to preface what I'm saying because I don't want anybody to think that this is a laughing matter. I'm dead ass serious. So I get into the Lyft car, and this dude, my Lyft driver, stomach was on the damn steering wheel. Here it is. His stomach, right? There's two things that I noticed. There's two things that you can do in a vehicle. When you're driving a vehicle specifically, you can slide your chair all the way back, right? You can slide it all the way back, and you can also tilt your seat back, right? You can tilt your seat back. So he slid his seat all the way back, and then he tilted it all the way back, and now his stomach is sitting on the steering wheel. It was so big that I felt uncomfortable. Now here's the question. How much bigger can this dude get? Now, I don't want you guys to think this is a laughing matter. I'm dead serious. Is it rude? Like, this is what I'm struggling with. I'm struggling with, I don't know if he knows that if he continues doing what he's doing, that he's going to die. But on the other side, I felt like a coward. I was a coward because I didn't even bring this to his attention. So I wanted to ask you guys, we all know people that are fat. We all know people that are obese. We all know people that are big-boned. My question is, do you have conversations with the fat people that you know? That's my question. Do you have conversations, or is it rude? Is it disrespectful to have conversations with fat people about them being fat? I know we do it when people smoking cigarettes, they're chain smokers. We say, oh, you need to stop smoking. But in all seriousness, is it rude or disrespectful to talk to someone, especially a stranger, about being overweight? Because here's what I was thinking. I'm thinking on one hand, I'm like, he has to know that he's really this big. You just let go? Hell no, you just let go? Nah, see? That's why I'm bugging right now. I'm tripping in my mind and I'm not feeling good. Like, I feel like I did this man a disservice. Because I didn't tell him. Because what if everybody in his life just let it go and nobody's talking to him about the severity of his weight? Like, you not getting it. Lenny Jr. D, you not getting it. I'm trying to tell you. This dude, he was bigger than anybody I've ever seen in my life. His stomach, let me tell you, bro. His stomach, it was on the steering wheel. Because you can't understand me. His stomach was on the steering wheel. Half of the steering wheel was covered by his stomach. So let me tell you how it sounded every time he made a left turn. When he made a left turn, all you hear was swoosh, And when he got us back going straight, it went the other way. It was like, that's the sound it was made because his shirt was swiping against the stomach. And I know I can't even describe it, but like the biggest person that you know, like you remember in the movie Norbit, Rasputia, right? Remember her chest was on the steering wheel? I'm telling you, like that's what I'm trying to ask you, like with all due respect, like do we talk to, this is real, like obesity kills people every day. But I'm telling you, like I felt like I should have said something to him because I feel like I was a regular person because most people probably are intimidated or don't want to say anything to him about his weight. And if nobody's saying anything to him about his weight, then he's probably not thinking about it every day. I want to know how you guys feel. We all know somebody that's fat, overweight, obese, big-boned. Like, how often should you be having conversations with that person? How often? That's all I wanted to know. No, some of us say like, well, like Junior, right? He said just let it go. Like, don't talk about it. Like, and how am I going to be a human citizen, like a active human citizen, if I'm just letting people, like, it just it didn't sit well with me. And on the other hand, I didn't want to be rude. So I really wanted to know how you guys feel about that. Like, do you have conversations with people that you know are obese? Right? Do you? Or do you not? See, I normally don't. And another thing that I want, you can communicate through signs or something like that. See, that's true, but I'm more of a direct person. And everybody who knows me knows I'm a direct person. And I'm either going to tell you or I'm not going to tell you. And there's no, like, middle thing. You see what I'm saying? So, saying something could save their life. Yeah, it could. It really could, Zykira. But, like, I was thinking, like, it was going on in my head. I was like, yo, I should say something about this. Like, because you know what? He couldn't even drive with his, he couldn't drive with his hands up here. He couldn't. And it was about a 15-minute drive. He couldn't drive with his hands up here. He had to drive with it, like, circling like this. He used the bottom of the steering wheel. And this, like, it was bad, guys. And are we just, like, really, are we just going to let people just die? Like, how long does this guy have left to live? Like, what's your guesstimate? Right? The dude's stomach was at least, let me keep it real. His stomach was at least 100 pounds. Look, it didn't look like he even had a chest, like pecs. You see what I'm saying? It didn't even look like he had this up here. Dude really just had, he just had a head and a stomach. Like, what kind of person can I call myself if I'm not, you see what I'm saying? But I was scared. And I'm just telling y'all I was scared. But obesity is a real thing. And if we gonna walk around scared and not have these conversations, like, what are we really doing? And maybe, you know what? Won't you tag somebody that's overweight or obese? Tag somebody. Because I would like to know from them, like, would they do they want us to constantly remind them that they could die if they don't make a change? Like, that's a guarantee. Like, tag somebody that's obese. Like, it's no bad thing if you're obese. It's no bad thing if you're overweight. It's really not. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I used to smoke, I used to smoke like Black and Miles like all day, every day. Cigars, beaties. I used to smoke all those things. You know what I'm saying? But it was people that were constantly saying like, yo, if you keep doing that, that's not going to be the healthiest thing that you should do. Was it annoying at times? Yes. But do I do it now? Like, it's been almost 3-4 years since I've even had any of that stuff in my body. You see what I'm saying? You're scared to tag somebody. Me too. You not alone. But what I'm trying to say is we're basically watching people die. Like that guy, he doesn't have, in my opinion, he only has maybe 90 days left to live. Like if he doesn't make a change, he's only got about 90 days left to live. So if we scared to say something, are we literally just watching? Look what we do when we tell drug dealers. We know drug dealers, right? We tell drug dealers the same thing all the time. You're either going to end up dead or in jail if you keep doing what you're doing. Like, dude might not even realize. Like, I've been skinny my whole life. Like, I don't realize that I'm skinny until somebody brings it to my attention. And I assume that's the same way it is with big people, like fat people. Like, yo, you getting fat, yo. Like, and another thing, I've never seen somebody get fat in my face. Have you ever seen somebody get fat in your face? What I mean is, have you ever met somebody who was skinny and then over a period of time, they just got big and then eventually they got fat or obese? Has that ever happened to you? It never happened to me. I usually meet people when they're fat. Right? I usually meet people when they're already obese and they're already big. And whoever's still talking about something, you big boned it. Nah, I'm big boned it. Yo, stop. That's denial stage number 1. That's what it is. No, you're fat. Like, I'm telling you, the dude's stomach was at least 100 pounds by itself. I'm not talking about his body, his whole body. I'm talking about just his stomach was 100 pounds. And I might be missing a few pounds. I might be off 10 or 15 pounds. Like, yo, you fat. And you know what? Here's the deal. A lot of people that are overweight and fat, they think that they try to go through this secret way of losing their weight. And it's no secret. You don't need no products. Really, you don't need to even go to the gym. Really, you don't even need to eat less. You just need to change what you're eating. Right? Instead of a bag of potato chips, eat a bag of popcorn. Right? Instead of a bag of potato chips, eat a bag of peanuts. But this weight thing, I'm feeling uncomfortable. Like, I feel like just got to start talking to people like, yo, you know you big as hell, yo. You know that, right? Yo, you see your stomach, dude? Like, you see that? It's dangling over. Like, you see that double chin that you got? That's not cool. You see the neck back there? Yo, did you know that you have that? Did you notice you're wheezing when we're just walking? Like, yo, did you realize you doing that? But we don't say nothing. I know me, I don't say nothing. It's getting out of control, like, because I'm feeling like I'm starting to feel like I'm obligated to tell people, like, because they're dying. They're literally dying. We're seeing people just die in our face, and we're just talking about, like, and it's like, Kira, I know, I feel the same way. I'm scared to talk to people about it too. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm not saying that I'm going to start doing it right now. But listen, it helped me when I was when I was smoking my cigars and smoking whatever else I was smoking, like tobacco stuff. You know what I'm saying? Still chiba, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I'm trying to say. That tobacco stuff, I appreciated when people would say it. I didn't stop because people was telling me for years. I didn't stop, but that constant reminder was something. But it's like with fat people, they're like off limits. We're like, oh, no. You don't want to mess with no fat people. You don't want to mess with no fat people. I'm trying to save lives here. Trying to save lives. How do y'all feel about this? Truth hurts, bruh. So does that casket. Be inside that casket. That hurts too. And you know who it hurts? It hurts the people that didn't say nothing. Right? If you fat, instead of drinking soda and drink, you need to be drinking some water. Liquid is liquid. You see what I'm saying? You still drinking Kool-Aid. If you fat, it should be illegal to drink soda. They should card you. If you overweight and obese and you go to the store to buy soda, it should be the same way when a kid tries to buy some cigarettes. They gotta show some ID. Let me see your ID. And that weight that's on your license, that should show something. I'm getting scared. I'm scared. I'm getting scared, y'all. Watching people die. Like when your friends, you see them drinking soda or going back for seconds, fat people shouldn't be allowed to go back to seconds. If you serve a fat person or overweight person seconds, you should be fined. Like, no, you're not getting seconds. No. You're done. You have this apple. You get a banana. But no, you're not getting another piece of chicken. Y'all, I'm being dead serious too, because I felt some sort of way about this dude. I know it's only a matter of time until he dies. Right? We do it for everything else. We see somebody going around having sex and, unprotected sex and stuff like that. We'd be like, yo, you need to slow down, bro. You need to slow down, girl. But why we don't do that with big people? Like, we do it with skinny people. We be like, people tell me all the time, like, yo, you need to eat more. You need to eat. People have been telling me that my whole life, like, yo, you need to eat. Yeah, all right. What about the fat people? Fat people, y'all should be applauding this. Y'all should be applauding this. I'm trying to save lives because it didn't touch me well, me being a coward, because I consider myself like a strong-minded person. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself a helping person. And that dude that was my Lyft driver, it was like, dang, this dude's not going to be here much longer if he doesn't make some changes. Look at your stomach. Look at your body. I'm talking about that double chin. Some of the things with being fat and overweight, you see it. Right? And then you start buying the type of clothes where you don't look as fat. And then the fellas, I did a YouTube video previously where I said, yo, big people, not hitting the gym, that's only like, what, 20%? Hitting the gym is very minute with losing weight, which is another thing. And that's why fat people don't want to lose weight. And that's why they go get surgery and all of that. Because they feel that they got to go to the gym. And another thing, when you see fat people at the gym, stop making fun of them. Because at least they doing something. Too many of us is making fun of fat people when they go into the gym. That don't make sense. That's like making fun of somebody for being uneducated on their way to school. You see what I'm saying? But we got to fix this. We watching people die. That's how I felt. We watching people die. And I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I don't know. But I just wanted to start this conversation because this is how I feel. It's how I feel. I feel like I'm just watching people die and I'm not doing nothing about it. And all it could take is, yo, did you realize, yo, you're big? Like some of us be like, people, the fat, overweight people, they be like, do I look like I'm gaining weight? And we be like, nah, you're fine. No, we need to be like, yo, yes, you big as all outside. Damn. What did you eat last? God damn. Seriously. So I'm about to get up out of here. If you're courageous, tag a big person. Tag somebody that's overweight, obese, fat, big boned, whatever you want to call it. It's like some people, when they get fired, they say, oh, they let me go. Or they laid me off. Yeah, shut your ass up. Your ass got fired. You see what I'm saying? Obese, fat, big boned, overweight, however you want to slice it, big, whatever. Your ass need to pay attention to that double chin, to that neck that you got back there, and definitely that fat ass stomach. Because I don't want to see you die. If you're a close one to me, I don't want to see you die. So let me know. If you're big, fat, overweight, and you're watching this, let me know. Say, yes, I would like to know that I'm big, so as my reminder. And I would remind you. I won't do it every day unless you pay for some coaching with me, and I'll remind your ass every day. But just as your friend, yeah, every once in a while, be like, yo, how's that weight going? What are you eating? And all it takes, a pound a week, a pound a day. I'm just asking for progress. Watch what you eat with your fat ass. Now, this is your boy Billionaire Brown. Check me out on my youtube.com/Billionaire Brown online. Also, I have an incredible program for those of you that want to be more effective communicators and speakers. I have an incredible program at the BillionaireBrownOnline.com or RichBefore30.com website. It's called The 10 Commandments of Becoming a Masterful Communicator and Public Speaker. It's on sale right now. You can pick it up. Other than that, yo, send me questions, right? Keep this conversation going. Because one thing I know for sure that's going to keep going is fat people are going to keep dying by the second.